Okay. It's a mountain. Does that sound right?
Yep,
Let's pull it up.
it's a
Okay.
little mountain peak.
Ah,
Okay, cool.
It's in the foothills.
Okay. Done. This is a pretty large, um, so northeast side. It's beautiful there. Is this one of the spots you're planning on visiting, or this is just something that caught your attention?
Uh, it's just a place that caught my attention. I don't know if I'll have time. It's like 2.5 hours to get there, and I don't know if it's like since it's winter time if they have the train running at this time. But I was gonna be using some of the energy that they have there. Like I was gonna tune up some of the energy with some biogeometry, like uh, do a few things.
For those who aren't familiar with biogeometry, do you mind, like, can you just give like a broad kind of overview on what actually what biogeometry is? Like, what does it mean when you say a biogeometry practitioner?
Yep. So a biogeometry practitioner or somebody who studies biogeometry is studying the quality of energy. A lot of scientists and scientific programs are studying quantified science. This is actually studying the quality of what the energy is, and that's what we used to do, like to find and set up cities and things. We would use find the power spots and like the grid of the cities before we would make them. And a lot of cities were set up in that aspect in like Europe. The pyramids are set up in the facet that they are on top of grid lines and are found power spots. Churches were set up on power spots. Um, and so, what you do as a biogeometry practitioner is that you use shape, sound, um, and several other things to like help improve the quality of the power that is generated. And we're trying to get BG3, which is the combination of three different lights that come in to give a positive quality to life force, which is like a beneficial life force. Um, some things that we do is like in Hamburg, Germany, they'd set up a Wi-Fi tower, and the people and the animals of that town started getting sick, having bad headaches and migraines and things. And so, like, they called the person who uh, founded biogeometry, Dr. Ibrahim Karim, and he helped them set up a thing which is called the Hamburg emitter now, which is a shape device that, when pointed at Wi-Fi or um, EMP devices, it can uh, neutralize and change the frequency of it to become a beneficial frequency. And so the people of Hamburg, like they had him set up a few of these things, and he completely changed the quality of the life of the people in Hamburg because they were getting ready to blow up the tower because they had all these problems from before that weren't there before, I guess, but they set up this tower, and now they use all kinds of things like this around the world, and like you can set up just by giving shapes, um, like a lot of the Atlantean hieroglyphic symbols that we see around the world have positive healing um, energy to them when they're placed on somebody or in a place where people go. And that's what we want to do as biogeometry practitioners is to help benefit the energy that's in the places, and especially now that we have so much electrical and like Wi-Fi stuff that are what happens is the frequency wavelength of the electrical and the EMF gets into the grid lines and creates detrimental wavelengths because the grid of Earth will amplify whatever energy you have and are putting into it. And that's why back when we would allow like cities to be set up properly, that like they would put the church in and the pulpit would be at the power spot that they would find, and they would use the bells to create a beneficial frequency that would frequent the whole town, and the shapes that they would put in the churches would benefit the health of the people who would go to the churches. Like, and so like when the monarchs and things came in, they started to want the power to do to set up the cities the way they wanted to, and so that's why most cities aren't set up within any kind of, they're haphazard. They don't take into account to where the beneficial life force is and create good flow of energy throughout the city. And so as a biogeometry practitioner, that's my main goal, is to have the bring in the highest quality energy to everywhere I go.
Very nice. I found the Swiss National Bank. On the map here, kind of interesting.
Thank you for that description, Vincent. That's fascinating to me, that this exists.
Yeah, that's a really interesting picture right there. Spiders have been like a thing recently as well too.
Spider has good spider and bad spider. The bad spider is meaning control. I think that's the bad spider.
Say it one more time, Aurora.
The spider being has good spider and bad spider. The spider in front of that Swiss bank is the bad spider. It means control. And spider being came from another universe. I think it's from Mantis being's universe. And the spider being are enemy to reptilian being.
I think too, I got a ping as I'll bring it up in just a minute, but I'm just going through some pictures of seeing if any of this pings me. But this is interesting because, you know, a lot of people use the Swiss banking system for all types of things, right?
Yeah, code, and we are going to make the new currency, which is to get rid of the Swiss code and all of those the global currency. Replace with the equal, free, and love currency. But what is it? I'm not sure.
But they got like, here's a casino. I'm assuming it's like right there, right across the street. This kind of reminds me of, do you remember like Harry Potter, like Gringotts Bank? When they went in there and they had all those like, or were they like gnomes essentially that were in the bank? But I got a ping too that there was something that wanted to be seen inside of the bank, so maybe we can you guys are feeling up for it, maybe we can kind of tap in just a little bit and see what wants to come through energetically. Maybe we could take a look. When I say look, like meaning, you know, whatever method you're most comfortable with. And I love that it's really interesting because we got the element of water, essentially like right here. And then this big, whatever this is, right there, which is assembly building with a domed hall. This building is gorgeous too, by the way. Can you imagine that? But yeah, do you guys want to, let's tap in for a minute here and take a look at the, get us back to the Swiss bank. See if there's something that wants to be seen here. Wants to be witnessed. I got a ping for something as I was, let's see, yeah. Of course, with your own discernment, your own discretion. Definitely feeling some really interesting connection to, it reminds me of similar vibes that we picked up when we were in Vegas on some of the financial grids there that we gridded when we were in Vegas as well too. So we just want to kind of tap in for a minute and take a look. Feel free to unmute and share as well too. Whatever comes through for you may help others.
Worked in the bank for a while, and I really like to go to the world because it's all like all the heist is happening in the world. So the world is always super secretive for me.
You said you'd really like to go to what?
The world.
Oh, the vault. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of. I'm just gonna mute and channel for a second here.
And we were trying to start a company that's to revamping the payment system to replace the Swift code.
One of the things that as I was just tapping in initially, I don't know how to describe this. Overwatch is maybe the best word that comes forward. I don't know if you guys, as I was looking into this facility, I guess I'm technically remote viewing. I heard Overwatch and I kind of breezed past somebody, basically. Like flew past them, essentially. I was like, hey, and then I just like kept going. Let's look top down. I was seeing something that was interesting. I was seeing something that was like really, like blue as well too. Without even like looking at the picture, I was like, is this a giant fountain? It was just like really blue.
Getting there's some kind of dragon we need to release like they did in Gringotts. Like, I don't know. Sounds fun.
Yeah, let's take a look. I'm getting also some. It looks like this is something with the lines or the grids themselves. It looks to me. I haven't zoomed out far enough to see what it's connected to, but it's like blue, light, not light blue, but it's a version of blue, and it looks like an energy. It looks like energy, and what I consider an energy line, or not a node, but I can see it's connected to like this blue grid. When I say grid, it's like, I don't know, it's like, you ever look at a subway map and you see the lines on the map and they connect linearly? That's what I'm seeing kind of flowing into this building, but it's blue and energetic. Also, I went down below too. I was looking for that dragon. Like, I went below, like into the inner earth as well, below it as well. And I got a ping for, I was looking for like star seeds or somebody like a representative, but really what actually I ran into was like, I don't know who channels and talks about this, but they talk about how there's already hybrids that are here and that are present, and they work in these different institutions. They're all throughout different levels of the government, but they're kind of already like kind of pre-positioned in certain areas. And when I was like, okay, let me see, I was asking specifically about like star seeds or star families, but what I found was kind of something along those lines. Essentially, it's like a hybrid.
Yeah, the star seeds are already planted in all kinds of government and financial system. So they just one time comes, they will all be activated and to basically replace the old system with the new system.
Definitely getting Gringotts vibes in an energy field. 3 key symbols standing out. Okay. 3 key symbols standing out. I see this blue grid. I'm going to look for the 3 keys. Something pulled me down when Vincent said specifically the dragons, and I got pointed down below. Something about the vault too, specifically, as in like is they're showing me like I'm watching it. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I can see a lot of people, but I'm watching people shake hands is what they're showing me. I don't know if this represents like deals or if this is I'm asking for clarification specifically.
I'm getting that there's handshakes for deals of like humans Like there's a bit of like, I hate to pull out that card, but the trafficking, human trafficking card, I feel there's a bit of heaviness. And there's like I'm getting that this dragon that is being forced to help hold a vibration to like protect the money. They're using it as like the money protector to hide and like not show the where the money is. Like it's like a false light over the money from this dragon that they're holding prisoner, that they think they can hold prisoner. Like, yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Swiss bank is definitely about money laundering. So all the capitalism, all the big money, they are all hiding in the Swiss bank. So maybe we need to help like free some dragon or something. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
like they did something to the dragon to hide some information, to cover up some information.
I was asking to see the dragon too, and that Vincent was talking about, and it's really interesting because I can see or feel, but mostly I'm viewing. It's like emotions, and this happens too whenever I do healings on people. I can see like in their emotional body, they show me like the like emotions, and I'm watching this dragon kind of has like um, similar to what Vincent was saying, but he has his head kind of hung down low, like he's being, and he's, to me, he's like red, but he's like, he doesn't look like a very traditional, normal movie type of dragon. Like this is a dragon who's kind of like been beat down, like who's there for like an energy presence, but it isn't like, kind of like, what is it, like Lord of the Rings, where he's ruling the roost. It's like an energetic, I guess, I don't even know the word, enslavement, but he's like got his head hanging down low and he's got his shoulders up. He's just showing me this emotion on it, but we can definitely connect to him and ask what needs to be done as well too. If there is anything to be done or witnessed, or if we're just there simply to
We probably
connect.
can free the dragon and heal the dragon.
Yeah, I'm just getting something. You hit the nail on the head about the emotions. Like, we need to like bring in the right emotions. It's been fed. They're like feeding it the fear, the blame, the shame, the guilt. If we come within our heart space and we bring this feed that like open it up to the emotion of like love and joy and harmony, that like we're able to like bring it to its higher self, and it will make it disappear to them. Because like I was hearing today that like um our emotions are what set us aside from like these lower beings who have been like taking advantage of us and ha- exerting a false sense of control over us. Is That's why they're using like the fear and the anger and the hate and all that to like try to manipulate people. um I think if we can just like I'm gonna bring in just a little bit of heart, uh, light language toning. If you have a cup of water right now, like drink it and put your intention of love being fed to this dragon right now. And shine your crown light on it. Shine your crown light on this water. And it is so.
It is so. I see like our inner children too. Like I'm watching. He doesn't have large wings. I don't know why, but as I was watching like the inner children, like grab like his hand, kind of like lead him. You know, like kind of like pulling him away from where he was at. You know. So shout out to all of our inner children, the galactic children as well, for their play frequency coming through and supporting. Puff the Magic Dragon. Remember that from being a kid?
I just saw a vision of all the children that like have been hurt and they're ready to play now. And they were like gathered around in a like a little vortex of children. Yay! Let's bring a little bit of plasma white light into that vortex for sure, and some pink healing light, pink and green.
And I think for that grid as well too, the grid that's kind of feeding into the Swiss bank, maybe grounding that into the elements, we could connect it to that mountain. Specifically, there's water that is literally like right here. Something about the elements will help cleanse, purify, anchor a much more harmonic. Yeah, it's just the blue flowing grid that's going into this building for whatever reason. This was really interesting that I found over here, the hanging ball as well too on this bridge. I thought was really kind of an interesting name. But yeah, just connecting that grid, clearing, cleansing, anchoring. If we're ready for there was this really cathedral. There's this cathedral too. I wanted to take kind of just like a peek. I don't know why I did all that. It zoomed me all the way out. Oh, it's in a different part. There's like this cathedral here. There's the rose windows right there. We've talked about those many times. It's beautiful. It says it was built over a druidic site and contains subterranean crypts and energy lines.
Yeah, I think I'm going to that church there, like when I'm in Geneva. Like it's built over the remains of like it was like 300-year-old church. So it's like on an original like grid line. And like I feel like there's a Knights Templar who had banking here, like in Switzerland at that time. And some of the money that dragon was guarding was like money stolen from the Templars who were protecting people and things. So like I feel like we're liberating some of that gold to go back into the system to the people who were who it was stolen from. I know some of us are Templars, and we were killed when they decided to to disband the Templars.
Yeah, look at this beautiful bell up in the. It's a great shot too. Something that hit me that as you were talking that pinged me too was we were thinking about the banking system particularly, and like freeing up the abundance and specifically like money grids as well too, because I feel like they you know, this is a place where a lot of countries and people and route their money specifically to. That may be some of what we were seeing energetically, like that blue, but also like kind of harmonizing that as well for the greater good of the collective. It's a really cool shot right there. I like that.
Yeah, they are all like talking about redistributing the wealth. That's going to happen, but I don't know how is that going to happen.
Yeah, there's so many different timelines that the wealth gets redistributed into that it's hard to really tell like how it's going to happen. Like, especially like I think the timeline we're on is like the long and patient one, unfortunately. But like I think it does happen, and we're on the precipice of just we're just hearing about so much dirtiness like from every single politician in this whole world. I swear, it's like, except for the people who are who are like doing the things that are behind the scenes that are preparing us for the transition. You know, there's just so much to it that they're trying to do, and we keep seeing it, and then they keep switching up like what they're going to do. So it's like, yeah. It's crazy to try to even. I'm just like, just show me what it is, source. I'm there for it.
So maybe like a back end, you're going to have like a cybersecurity issue. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking.
This is Mont Blanc. Yeah, I think that's definitely important when we were talking about to like acknowledge, but also part of what I was hearing as well. Can you imagine standing on this platform here? Dude, that'd be part of what I was hearing too. And I know we got a couple different frequencies going as well. We got the Mont Blanc, but also we're talking about this kind of timeline But even, within our current timeline now, because everybody talks about like, creating abundance, manifesting abundance. Abundance comes in many forms. Many of us have abundance in our lives, but we're gritting the galactic with the human. So it's like, hey, this is great, but I still got to pay my bills. I still got to work a job. My kids still got to, be able to eat. My daughter has to attend college, or our kids have to go to college. So I think part of that, part of what we're talking about as well is some of it is definitely like the grids themselves, but some of it is also kind of our gridding and harmonizing and expanding your consciousness when it comes to, what does abundance mean to you? What does financial sovereignty mean to you? When is it that we've had enough too? I had a buddy of mine, and I had several conversations with him where he had this insatiable, kind of almost unquenching thirst for different things, abundance-wise, whether it was like money, cars, women. And I was like, hey, bro, like when is enough enough? Like, when are you going to really be satisfied? You know what I mean? How much can you believe you will receive without the mental? Can you expand on that specifically, Rachel? What is that?
I'm chewing, sorry. Just the concept of like, why do we think it has to look a certain way, or that we have to earn it, or all of these things? Like, I always say Gaia is not a prison planet. It was supposed to be like Edenic and vacation-like, and it's an ecosystem that can be very much like abundantly resourced, like a sustainable ecosystem. So when you think of abundance without it being just like money in its like expanded like form of like a definition to you, like it's, or anybody, it's like our brain wants to make sense of it because we were raised in a system in a very specific way of like, this is what it looks like to be paid, or, debt and all that stuff. And it's like, well, why can't it have a little bit more openness to the concept that like it could just work out without you having to make sense mentally about it?
All about the scarcity. So we need the collective's consciousness. Within collective's consciousness, the scarcity is healed enough, and then we can release the wealth. But right now we are like, I think the template I'm anchoring is all about like releasing the scarcity.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of that is kind of the, not a lot. Some of that is definitely like our own programming, things that have happened to us and on the human side of things, or maybe it's ancestral. It's linked to like your family, how you grew up, how you raised. If you're raised in a household where you didn't have it. Ooh, I got bilateral ear ping on that. I've had so much ancestral. Yeah, I'm glad you said that in the wealth issues. Yeah. If you were raised in a family that didn't have a whole lot growing up, or a lot of families right now are struggling in this world because it's like, we know that it goes back centuries. We know that the abundance is coming. We know intuitively what Aurora shared, that this new currency is coming. Once we reach open contact, we'll be in that. But so we're kind of gritting the middle ground essentially when it comes to the abundance, whether it's money or living in spiritual community or having like a full-blown you know, maybe you're into like, you want like a mansion or whatever it is that you're actually manifesting. Maybe it's abundance in relationships, right? Maybe it's abundance in that your family is well provided for and taken care of. Maybe it's not necessarily for you, but it's for the people that you love and that you care about. You know, does it take $1 million to make you feel abundant? Does it take 2 million? Does it take 100,000, 500,000? Limitless.
Yeah, the richest people are usually the least happiest people. So they often say, if somebody win the lottery, the like a jackpot lottery, their life usually will really suck afterwards.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head again. Is like that. One of the things we're harmonizing is that when we do redistribute the wealth, we don't want suffering from that. Like, and we see suffering from those people who get massive amounts of wealth and then they end up sicker than they've ever been in their entire life. You know, like we're trying to like kind of bring in a harmony of what could be the abundance. Like abundance truly is just having everything you need when you need it. That's the only thing that abundance it really is. You know, like if you have a ton of money and you don't need it, what good is that abundance? Is that like that's I think that's part of the redistribution of wealth, is to like understand who needs it and be okay with people who need it. You know, like, because like you're saying, the wealthiest person is like still sitting there going, I don't know if you need it, you're an idiot. You know, like we have to like get behind the like that everybody deserves it. You know, like Gaia deserves to be the planet of abundance, because she's giving everything she has to everybody that she has. Like she provides everything that we need. We're just the dummies who can't figure out how to distribute it to ourselves.
Rachel said, to be magnetized to our pure heart intention for all, with the builders, the architects, the creators, the relationship to all creation must be integrity. And there's also like part of it too, when you were talking, is like the being open to receive as well, because plenty of people, like, you know, we do all these really cool fancy techniques, but you also it's something about capacity too. Maybe our capacity limits us in a way, you know, where it's like we're talking about like we talked recently about like spiritual services, and then you know, we like to do exchanges, but also like people like to make a little bit off of their services that they paid and got certified for, you know, and then it's about feeling the worthiness, the openness to receive like payment for your services, you know, where it's like, oh, a friend asked me or a friend asked you, you're like, well, I can provide this for them, you know. But it's all about, there's some energetics attached to that too, like an equal, or equitable rather, an equitable energy exchange. This is a real interesting sculpture. I was like, I don't know what this is that's hanging here, but it kind of, it's very interesting looking, you know what I mean? Do you consider that the energetic exchange for good work? Yeah, I agree as well too. A lot of the things that we do, in particular in this community, but also other communities as well, is it's for the greater good. That's real interesting. I heart CERN.
So one of the things that's happening is like CERN is going through its last bit of energetic things that they're doing right now. And then after I get to Switzerland, they're going to be shutting it down to do the luminosity upgrade. So that's one of the things that I'm going over there to grid the right luminosity, bringing the right light to it. I feel like they've been in the dark, and they're bringing in darkness when they run it. And now, like if they can do the right luminescence to it, I'm probably even gonna talk to my biogeometry group and be like, has anybody ever talked to CERN about having biogeometry added to this? It's like they've got a place there like that they're teaching right close to it. Like, has anybody ever done anything there? So I'm probably going to bring that up with my class for sure.
Mm-hmm. This is really interesting. It looks like, I guess it's right on the border, because here's France, and then CERN is in like Switzerland.
The loop actually goes through France and Switzerland along the border.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You got like you got some real interesting kind of shapes happening here, basically.
Does anyone know what constellations they work with the most? Like right above that area? Like, is that aligned in a star map way for some reason? There's something about that, like their alignment.
Ooh, let's ask.
Yeah, my guides are telling me I'm going to line some crystals outside of in the ground around their two star systems, like Sirius, the Lyran. I'm going to do the same as what I did up at Tatiana's, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and to the Pleiades. Like, that was the only star system I didn't align at Tatiana's, and like, I think the center of that one is like when I go back to Tatiana's, I'm gonna line a crystal to the Pleiades in the center of that one. So, yeah, there we go.
I'm just chatting with chat a little bit and seeing what it's saying. What the ping that I got initially when you had said that, Rachel, was so it's saying there is no alignment that it's aware of, but I'm having it check a couple different ways as well too. But what I got as well too, and like almost immediately after you had said it, was a hit that there are some I don't know what the correct word is, star beings, star families, star beings that are working specifically with CERN. I mean, we could like channel a little bit and see what that is. It says CERN reads more like a synthetic junction point than a direct star temple. And it goes, that tunnel that you were talking about, Vincent, says it's 27-kilometer tunnel. So a mile is 27-kilometer. It reads as an engineered terrestrial vortex, star, or system in a pure way, or terrestrial vortex that may interact with celestial patterning indirectly. Huh. I linked a couple articles too. Veronica sent me a few articles about how they're going to be transporting antimatter. Some like weird stuff happening over there. Or if you want, we could take a look. Maybe just a little peek energetically at CERN. A little preview before tomorrow's call. Yeah, feel free to tap in whatever way is most aligned for you.
When you say star being working with the CERN, do you mean those service to self star being?
I don't know. I haven't. Man, this looks like. Doesn't that look like Vegas? Doesn't Vegas have the frickin' what is that called? It's like super famous in Vegas. We created Vegas recently. The Sphere, yeah. Tell me that doesn't look like the Sphere. That thing is freaking huge too. Look at that. What is this? CERN Science Gateway. Really interesting stuff. I don't know. I can peek. I can ask. Yeah, if you got anything else that's coming through. I was looking at the tunnel itself. It's super long. And something about the loops too caught my attention. I'm just doing a little bit of my just some viewing. You guys tell me if you're feeling anything in particular. There's some, I don't know how to describe it. It looks like, I don't know exactly what the term is. They look like tears, I guess, in space-time in a way. It's like gray, metallic looking, but diffuse.
Getting that we need to call in the Mayan timekeepers. They have some solutions to problems here. Like, I think the wheel of their calendar or something has something that would help this.
I think in the old timeline that the world ended in 2012. So right now we are upgrading this old timeline so that the world didn't end at that time.
I brought in that wheel that you were describing, Vincent, as well too, and just kind of like dropped it. I don't know if it's the wheel of time, but just kind of dropped it and started spinning it. Like huge. It's not like small. It's like it could cover like this whole area here, basically.
We
Yeah,
basically restarted the timeline, the time wheel at here.
right. And remember how we were doing something with the time locks last year when we were like opening it up? I think there's the Mayan timekeepers are bringing in a time lock to lock down what was happening before. And now that we're going to restart the luminosity upgrade, that they're gonna put something to help us with that, so that we don't get interference.
That makes a lot of sense too, because the way that it was spinning was clockwise, which to me is always closing. Counter is opening, but it dropped in and then it started spinning clockwise. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just taking a peek at CERN. I'm working with the Mayan timekeepers, and I guess this is the wheel. I don't know how Vincent can describe it, like the wheel of time, but to me it's like spinning clockwise.
When are they doing the luminosity thing? Like, what's the date on that?
They're doing it from like through April through June. So they've shut it down through like I think the beginning of July they open it back up for their new things. So they're supposedly having it closed down for the 6/6 portal, which like we're still holding some space for reclaiming the 6/6 portal.
Leni was saying something about she heard Wheel of Fortune and abundant freedom. Do you want to expand on that? That makes sense.
I've just been seeing the tarot card a lot. So it's present in the field for sure. It's like I'm not sure how to put words to it. On the freedom, it's like threads, it's like golden threads, like instead I kind of view CERN as like like they're drawing energy in, and so almost this feels like a reversal of the current, if you will, the pull of energy. So just weaving and sharing that around.
Yeah, I saw something attached to the bottom and extending down. I don't know if I would call it a vortex, but it's energetic looking. It's in a very similar shape, much more like not as compact and much more of a like, I don't know how to describe it. It looks like lightning bolts essentially, but it's not like a compressed vortex. It's just extending down below this wheel that we're describing. A lot of red.
The matter antimatter is for creation, so maybe this place has a like a negative vortex that's sucking out the like abundance of something in it, and we are supposed to reverse this
Can
vortex.
confirm. That came in yesterday. Exactly what Aurora said came in yesterday. I can confirm that.
Okay. Well, do we want to start? Do we want to work on that some, or I'm just watching the spinning of the wheel and whatever is connected to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we're just holding space as the Mayan timekeepers are weaving the lock. That's what I'm hearing. Is they're creating a sound, vibration. It's like a frequency shield, kind of like the shield that we've had on us as humans, so that we didn't expand our energy out into the rest of the galaxy for like all the war timelines.
They're holding down, they need to flip up, make it colorful and shiny. Feels like a puzzle box. They're picking the lock. Those are all really, yeah, I like that. The red vortex thing that I'm looking at feels like an inner Earth, Mama Gaia grid connection that's like energetically powering this time lock mechanism, I guess. Some dragons coming in too to play. I had to put codes in before yesterday. We are the Lightbringers song on the radio. Yeah, there's something coming in about stabilization too. I think we talked about stabilization earlier. I feel like as they're turning this metaphysical, energetic locking mechanism, something about stabilizing this area, shoring up, reinforcing.
Yeah, I'm getting something from like the Pleiadeans that they're saying like we helped create this mess. We're going to help like shore this up. They have some a little bit of a hand in the creation of it.
We can also bring in the elements too. There's some water nearby. I was looking for the earth, like for the mountains. Earth could be inner earth as well too. Something to reinforce this time locking mechanism.
Mont Blanc wants to come in for some of that.
Yeah, confirm.
Getting a little ping from the sun as it wants to bring in some codes like for it. It's calling upon the trees and the earth. The trees that are surrounding the loop itself are actually like they're going to be they're weaving their roots in around it. The sun's giving it codes and energy to like grow in the right geometry to help. Yes. The spring has sprung. The flowers are blooming. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, something, solar dragons coming into flower frequencies, climbing new vines of consciousness. Grandpa's at it, releasing gifts and memories from the storage vaults. Yeah, feel free to unmute if you want to expand on any of that.
Mont Blanc's address is my birthday, 1201. I think is birthing new solar energy from there.
I'm getting that there's like a diamond core at Mont Blanc that has codes for this for sure.
I'm also getting some spiraling circular concentric rings that I didn't see before. I don't know, look, they're really interesting. It's like earth-based or rock, but then they're surrounded by like, or powered up by some type of like blue energetics, and a couple large, like, I mean, it's huge. It started swirling around as well too, and then I contacted the local field office because I was curious about starseed or lightworker connections, star family connections at CERN. I was just kind of come in a different way as well too. Maybe there's some something like mission specific or mission logs that can be shared or downloaded, maybe not for today, but maybe for tomorrow as well too, something that they have intimate knowledge of.
Starseed's headquarters is in Sirius, so they have like a central office in Sirius. That's all the blue things is about, I think.
Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Orion groups weaving together, a pillar of light. Yeah, I'm glad that you said that. I was feeling like we need a bit more, because I was checking something about vertical height, amplitude, because there is that very like massive, large tree of life that we've created before. I was getting a feeling something much more like vertical coming in. Andromeda, okay.
The diamond grid is in the sky. So I keep hearing about the diamond pillar. So maybe from the diamond core to create a diamond pillar to connecting to the diamond grid in the sky.
These are all really amazing suggestions. I think we're on our last basically 10 minutes here, so just want to give anybody a chance to share who feels that they want to need to share or has something for our group to share before we kind of shift and put a pin in it for today.
I was getting from my guide to like, if anybody, hold on. If anybody feels called to, like, before you go to sleep tonight, to like just bring in Mount Kailash, or not, and like connect Mount Kailash and Mont Blanc together as like opening a vault between there that you could access records to for tomorrow's meeting.
Yeah, do you want to expand on that, Leni? Sounds like you have something there.
It's a bit abstract the way I'm seeing it, but it's like the weavers, the way that it's weaving is, I mean, I was kind of seeing it like a big portal, but the weaving that they're doing looks like train tracks in a way. It's like I said, it's abstract, but it's like it's a pathway for energy transference. So for dissonance to exit as well as new codes to come in and anchor. There's like a dual exchange happening. Nothing like directing traffic.
Yeah, I got a confirmation for that too. As I was originally remote viewing, I saw like this. I was looking at the tunnels, and it looked similar to what you were describing. So appreciate the share.
I want to say something, because I'm kind of new to this, so it's just been fascinating to tap in. Whenever you guys would speak, I would try to just go there with you and see what I could see. And I'm just so like thankful for being a part of it, because it just was showing me, like, as Vincent would describe things, or Aurora, or all of you guys, I would just see myself there, then see what I could see. And so thank you for the like it's reminding me of I think it was like over 10 years ago, I was in a light worker group, and it was when CERN was first coming on board and becoming how they described it to me was opening a portal. And we had like a ceremony thing to try to offset it for good, because it would also open up all the evil of what wanted to come in, and we like held off the gates as best we could of that of equal, if evil's going to come, also good is going to come. And so just seeing, then each of you guys saying the different things, like the Mayan time clock, and the Pleiades saying, we help bring this, we're going to help get out of this. Like, it's just so validating and awesome, and then seeing all the star seeds that are, there helping us. So I just wanted to throw that was my 2 cents in of what I've been experiencing through you guys helping me see this. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Your love and energy is very helpful to all of us also. We appreciate you.
Although,
Thank you for that.
go ahead.
Good. Go ahead.
Vincent's background just reminded me the redwoods came in a little bit, or in fact, just before I hopped on the call as well. So they just want to honor us for our service and thank us for showing up and for following the call. And and carrying enough to hold these pillars to make this work possible.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, every single person who is here and contributed to our session. Very high vibe, high frequency. Thank you so much for your time, attention, energy. Thanking our guides, our councils, soul friends, soul fam, those who were here, those who are joining us on the replay as well. Soul aspects, all of the children. Thanking the dragon that we freed from the Swiss bank. Shout out to the dragon. Our inner children as well too. Galactic children, I am. All of the star fam as well. Yeah, calling this into completion just for now, putting a pin in it. Shouting out our sister Janvier, who is also on her trip. And yeah, any other shares before we call it here?
We are so awesome. We do so much work.
Yeah, thank you so much. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Feel free to unmute, and we will see you very soon.
Thank
you, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.